Ghana is actually showing the world that we can do it. If the white people can do it, that we can do it more than them. See, something happened recently. A Ghanaian man just broke a world record, like in the whole world, to be the first black Ghanaian to do something like this. I'm going to be sharing the video here for you guys to see. Please, as you're watching this video, comment in the comment section and say I am proud to be a Ghanaian. If you are actually a Ghanaian, like this video, share this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together, guys.
What if I told you there's a Ghanaian building Africa's own artificial intelligence? Not made in America, not made in Europe. Made right here, for us, by us. Meet Dr. George Boateng, computer scientist, innovator, and the mind behind Kwame AI. Kwame AI is not just another chatbot. It's an AI that understands African students, African languages, and African questions. Whether it's helping students pass their exams or making research easier, Kwame AI is answering the questions that matter to us. Together with co-founder Victor Kumbol, they've already reached thousands of learners across Africa, and they're just getting started. But here's the bigger picture. Kwame AI isn't just about school. It's about representation. It's about building technology that speaks our languages, respects our cultures, and tells our stories the right way. Because Africa shouldn't just consume the future. Africa should be building it. With Kwame AI, students don't just memorize answers. They're learning how to build, how to innovate, how to lead. This isn't the future coming to Africa. This is Africa creating the future. Do you believe Africa should build its own tech future? Drop a Ghana flag in the comments if you're ready for Africa's tech revolution. Tag someone who needs to see this.
They told us boardrooms were not for people like us. They told us black women couldn't lead billion-dollar brands. But they forgot to tell that to Bozoma St. John, because honestly, she was just too busy rewriting the story for herself. Born to Ghanaian parents, raised between Ghana and America, Bozoma didn't just walk into the rooms of global power, she took over the rooms with style. Let's talk about receipts. She was head of global marketing for PepsiCo, where she led the campaign that brought Beyoncé to the Super Bowl stage. Yes, Beyoncé. Then she moved to Apple Music, where she was behind the scenes, shaping the brand that now powers millions of playlists across the world. Next stop, Uber, as their chief brand officer, tackling one of the biggest corporate crises in Silicon Valley history. And then, Chief Marketing Officer at Netflix, one of the most powerful entertainment platforms on earth. This is not luck, this is excellence. This is African brilliance. A Ghanaian woman, sitting at the top of some of the world's biggest brands. While many are told to shrink to be accepted, Bozoma became louder, prouder, and even more African with every move she made. Your accent is not a weakness, your background is not a barrier. Honestly, it's your competitive advantage.
The numbers here represent each bed, so every bed has an RFID tag attached to it. So if you press on a particular number, it will load until it gets to that bed, then it stops. So for instance, if I press 4, it starts loading. So this is bed 4 loading, and this one displays the bed number that you've selected. So it will keep reading. The sensor in there will keep reading until it gets to bed 4, then it stops. My name is Emmanuel Amenyega from Ghana. I love children. That is why I have decided to build this automated 5-in-1 electronic machine to help reduce the number of newborn babies kept on the hospital floors in Ghana. When God brings people to come and support me, I will be glad to produce more of this machine to give babies more comfort.
This Ghanaian didn't wait for foreign aid. He built a business that rebuilt nations and gave over 6,000 Africans jobs. He built mines, helped Liberia after war, and gave thousands a paycheck. Meet Ibrahim Mahama. No, not the artist, not the ex-president. This is his brother, the builder, born in Piasi in the northern region of Ghana, raised with grit, schooled in London, but he came home to build. He's the CEO of Engineers and Planners with more than 5,000 employees, West Africa's biggest mining firm. He started with mining. Now, he runs Engineers and Planners, Ghana's largest mining contractor. And it's not just Ghana. This man took his machines and crew to post-war Liberia, helping restart their economy after chaos. While everyone else watched from the sidelines, he said, "We move." Then he dropped Zada Cement, Ghana's first locally owned cement factory. Over 1,200 jobs, fully Ghanaian, no foreign strings attached. This is industrial power, black excellence, African hands building African futures. But here's the thing, he's not just about steel and concrete. Ibrahim is quiet, but his heart is loud. He funds scholarships, helps rural kids go to school, supports farmers. No PR team, just impact. They call it soft power. He calls it doing what's right. He's into football, loves northern culture, low-key, family-first kind of guy. Doesn't chase the spotlight, he builds it for others. So if you're in the diaspora saying, "One day I'll invest in Africa," ask yourself, what's stopping you? Because this man didn't just come back, he came back with a plan. Would you work for a company like his? Should more billionaires do this instead of buying yachts? Let's argue in the comments. Comment respect if you think this is the Africa.
The guy you see in this video is the 16-year-old Ghanaian who represented Gold Coast at the 1954 high school exchange debate in New York. He was popularly known as Kiddy, but his full name is Wentworth Ofuate Kujo. Now, during the debate, he said two things that caught my mind. One, he explained how the British deliberately kept our forefathers from furthering their education, and also he suggested that the people of America or the Westerners learn about Africans just like we learn about them. Now listen to what the host had to say.
I can't argue that the British have not done a good job, but I certainly have some arguments against what they've done in the Gold Coast. For example, some time back, just about 5 years ago, 3 years ago, the British tried deliberately to keep some of the people in the Gold Coast uneducated so we won't have leaders.
How did they do that?
Well, for example, students who wanted to go abroad to the United States or to England to learn, they had the consent of the colonial office, but the colonial office sent a confidential note to the police so that these students were not issued with a passport. And without a passport, they couldn't leave the country. But the student didn't know about it. And I think it's very important for the United States students to learn about Africa, and not only the United States student, but English students and all the
But
students
Kitty,
in the
there's so
world.
much to learn. The world is such a big place, you don't have time, and the things an American student would say that are vitally important to him are Europe, studying about Europe and studying about Asia. Why should he learn about
Wait a
Africa?
minute, Miss Waller. Africa is as important as Asia is now in the world struggle. You find that now in Africa there are many changes, dynamic changes that are going very fast. The Gold Coast is expected to be independent in only about 5 months' time.
The Gold Coast will be independent
Only
in
about
5 months.
time, and very fast changes going on.
A lot of Ghanaians do not know that they have potentials, like they have these calibers of people in Ghana. And even most foreigners do not also know that Ghanaians have achieved a lot in the past years. And that is the reason why you see a lot of foreigners, when they see Ghanaians, they tend to look down on them because they've never made a research about this country. A lot of them do not read books, make research, Google about the country, Google about the people, Google about prominent people that have achieved a lot in Ghana. All they come out to say is Ghana is just an ordinary country, Ghana is a poor country, Ghana has nothing to offer, Ghanaians are illiterate, Ghanaians do not know how to speak English. That is the saying of most gullible people. I see those people as being gullible and illiterate, because if you are well enlightened enough, if you are well exposed enough, you will know that Ghanaians, by doing research, you will know that these people have a lot of potentials, and they have a lot of people that have broken the world record when it comes to producing things, when it comes to the tech industry, when it comes to any field of life. Ghanaians have been doing absolutely and tremendously amazing. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is incredible, guys. Please give this video a huge thumbs up, like the video, share the video, and drop your thoughts in the comment section.